the sign of a salesperson enjoying the success of his profession.
When you're succeeding in making a lot of sales and earning a great income, well,
you just can't hold back that good feeling.
maybe your salespeople are just as excited about their life in sales. If not, then keep watching.
Life just can't get better. Or can it? What can be better than a salesperson having massive success?
Being the business owner.
As your salespeople are generating those massive sales.
Yes, that is the ultimate elation in life. Two can enjoy dancing that little jig.
So, if the sales manager is dead and your salespeople aren't exactly dancing, what's the alternative? What if there was a new kind of system? One that doesn't just manage salespeople, but transforms them. One that gives you daily visibility, measurable progress, and real accountability, without the salary, overhead, and guesswork of a full-time sales manager. It's time you should consider the alternative to the sales manager.
You're a business owner, a leader, a manager, a visionary with something valuable to offer the world. But turning vision into reality requires one thing above all: sales. A lot of them. You want your business to soar, to expand, to thrive. You've got a small sales team, and you know they're the key. You need them to conquer, to produce, to win. Because you're not here to settle. You're here to grow. You have a burning desire for more. And you're ready to do something about it. More growth, more success, more impact. Building a small business with a limited budget isn't easy. Your small sales team needs guidance. They need leadership. You wear a lot of hats: CEO, marketer, HR, even sales manager. Maybe you've built a successful business without having professional selling skills. But now, you're ready to level up, to scale. The problem? You don't have the time or the expertise to lead your sales team and capture the abundance of opportunity that's out there.
Actually had a lot of other things I needed to do, and I really didn't have the expertise to be a really good sales manager. Seemed to lack a clear direction of where they were going, and I was unsure of how to manage them, of how to push them up to the next level.
Business is out there, but your sales team? They're missing the mark. You think you need a qualified sales manager. Time is precious. And your team? They need more than supervision. They need training. They need leadership. They need motivation. They need accountability. So how do you provide all of that without the time or the budget?
And I have a small alarm company here in Southern California.
But resources are tight, and a full-time hire just isn't in the budget.
To hire a sales manager to motivate, monitor, and train my guys, I don't think I could find a sales manager out there who would work for that kind of money.
When you only have one or two salespeople, hiring a full-time sales manager simply doesn't make sense.
Our company provides already a lot of the training, a lot of the promotions, a lot of the things which is specific to our company.
Maybe you're running a team of 3 to 6 salespeople, but you're struggling to get them moving forward. You contemplate whether or not to hire a sales manager. But with your budget, can you find somebody that will truly build your business, or will it be money down the drain? Maybe you're managing a large enterprise, or maybe your sales team is remote, scattered, and hard to reach. You utilize a lot of training programs, but they still don't equate to significant sales increase with your team.
I had a young man with a lot of talent and a lot of potential and very little productivity. And I knew that if we could turn the light on somehow, that he would turn into a star performer for us.
Perhaps you have one certain salesperson on your team that you can't seem to move forward. Your company does have the budget, but is there an expert out there that will ensure the transformation?
I was worried that I'd lose control of my sales force and that I wouldn't be able to direct the efforts of people where I wanted them to go.
You are cautious about outsourcing. How do you maintain consistency? How do you scale without losing control? How do you maximize performance and equip your salespeople to close deals with true professionalism? Whether you're a small business owner or a regional sales director, one thing remains true. Sales are the oxygen of your business. Without sales, growth suffocates. You tried what a lot of other struggling businesses have tried, sending the sales staff to a seminar, hoping that would be the cure-all. Yes. Remember the old way? Those traditional sales seminars? A full day, maybe 2, packed with information, slide after slide. So much content, so many theories. Everyone's taking notes. Everyone looks engaged. There's a buzz in the room. But it's temporary. A few days later, what really stuck? Then comes the forgetting curve. It's brutal. Studies show that up to 83% of what's learned is gone, within weeks, sometimes just days. And when it comes to applying it in the real world, just 2%. If college graduates only remembered 17% of what they learned and applied just 2%, we wouldn't have any graduates. Would that be acceptable for your sales team? That initial spark of motivation? It fades fast. Those brilliant insights from books and seminars? They vanish. The books gather dust on the shelf. The excitement dies. And your salespeople? They slip right back into old habits and weak techniques. It's like pouring water into a leaky bucket. Training without reinforcement is wasted effort. The knowledge doesn't hold. The skills don't transfer into the real world. You think about the investment you've made, your hard-earned money, your team's valuable time, pulled from the field, and your hopes for lasting improvement, for real change. And for what? A short-term boost? A few forgotten notes buried in a binder? Your team deserves more than that. You deserve better. You deserve a system that actually works. You've considered hiring a sales manager, but at $5,000 or $6,000 a month, you have to ask, what level of talent are you really getting? Because the reality is, top-tier sales leadership doesn't come at that price. So now you're taking a risk. Will you get someone who can truly develop your team, or just someone who adds another layer of expense without delivering results? The most successful companies understand something important. Steve Jobs built Apple, a $3 trillion company today, by hiring exceptional people. But more importantly, by creating the leadership and systems that allowed them to perform at their highest level. Transforming a sales team doesn't come from chance. It comes from proven guidance, consistent coaching, and a system that drives performance. Then reality sets in. For a small business, even a modest sales manager can cost $7,000 to $8,000 a month. And large corporations? They'll spend $15,000 a month, without hesitation, because they follow the philosophy of hiring top-tier talent. But that's not the full cost. Add payroll taxes, benefits, paid time off, maybe recruiting fees, retirement, maybe office space. That $7,000 quickly becomes $10,000 or more. It's too much, too risky. And that's exactly why Excellence Quest exists. Because there is a better path forward. Imagine a new approach, a powerful alternative designed for today's electronic, fast-moving business world, built specifically for companies with limited budgets, powered by a breakthrough system that actually drives performance, one that can launch a small sales team to an unimaginable altitude, affordably, at a fraction of the cost of hiring a full-time sales manager. Introducing a sales coach, qualified, trained, and certified by Excellence Quest.
I was referred by one of our local area ad reps who came in the office one day, and he usually wasted quite a bit of time. He came in the office, he was very excited, and got to his agenda right away and left. And told me about a fellow who motivated him, taught him sales techniques, and I thought, I need to talk to this fellow.
Delivering the most comprehensive sales velocity system ever created. Coupled with a real-time accountability engine, fueled by a motivational system that inspires and propels each salesperson with a newfound belief and desire to exceed their previous performance.
I enrolled my salesman in the sales coaching program because Eric was making about a little over $3,000 a month when he began, and he had been at that plateau for about a year. And David, his average was probably around $4,000 a month. At the end of the program, Eric was making a solid six-figure income. He was more excited and motivated than he had been before, and it gratified me because I knew that because he was making good money, I was making more money as well. The company was making more money.
We started out at a base of sales that was about $27,000 a month, and it started slowly climbing. Now it's up to $66,000 a month, first 6 months of 1995. As it started climbing, then he said, well, maybe I have time for this. Maybe there's some value in it, because his income went up 2.5 times as well.
Your sales manager. For hire.
A contract sales manager, so to speak.
This is where your breakthrough begins. Yes, a sales coach by Excellence Quest, a sales manager for hire, focused on igniting high performance within your sales team, at a cost that's a fraction of hiring a full-time sales manager, with a model that makes it surprisingly affordable, maximum impact, minimum investment, or look at it as maximum results, without the cost or commitment of a full-time hire. It's time to rethink what's possible. Did you catch the best part? You only pay for the sales coach's time working directly with your sales staff. Imagine driving a Ferrari, but with the monthly payment of a Chevy. Even better, what if you only paid for the hours you actually drove it? And when it's parked, you don't pay a thing. That's the model. Got 2 salespeople? You only pay for 4 hours a week of the sales coach's time. 5 salespeople? That's 10 hours a week. No salaries. No wasted overhead. Just high power, high performance, on a lean budget. Maybe you are the sales director. Your team is performing, for the most part. But there's that one salesperson, stuck, not improving, and nothing you've tried is moving the needle. You'd consider coaching, but the budget doesn't make sense for the whole team. That's where a sales coach becomes the perfect solution. Stepping in to work directly with that one salesperson and unlocking the performance you know is there.
Our company provides already a lot of the training, a lot of the promotions, a lot of the things which is specific to our company. And so we were a little bit worried whether it was really that important that we had a sales coach come in or a part-time sales manager come in and help us. But it was beneficial. They told us that we would increase 20 to 30% at the beginning, and we did achieve that with the salesperson that I'm thinking of specifically. In some months, his increase was 200%. This worked quite well for us, for the person that we had put on board.
Embrace a structured, proven system, one that builds mastery and ensures sales success, not just for your team, but for you too. That's right. The sales coach works directly with you, the business owner or corporate sales director, 2 hours a week as your business executive coach, because this is your business, and you're wearing a dozen hats, running operations, marketing, hiring, managing staff, ensuring customer satisfaction, balancing the books, ordering product, and, oh yeah, driving sales. It's too much. Your time is spread thin. Sales suffer.
It's really given me the time to do, the things, but yet the sales managing is still getting done, which in the past, that was getting neglected. I can continue to do the things I need to do, and yet know that managing is being taken care of.
That's where we come in. We lift the burden off your shoulders of sales leadership and building your business, generating massive sales, and help you refocus on the big picture. You'll have a trusted advisor, a sounding board, a mentor, a strategist, a devil's advocate when you need one. Together, we'll discover your business goals and chart the smartest path to hit them. You'll realize nobody will be more personally invested in helping you grow your business than your business executive coach. You might be thinking, a professional sales coach is out of your budget. Well, prepare yourself to be surprised, because not only will you have a professional sales coach, performing as your sales manager and business advisor, at a fraction of the cost of a full-time hire. But as you'll see in just a moment, that investment doesn't just get you a coach, it gives you an entire performance system built around your team, and several tangibles that, on its own, would normally cost thousands to a small business. Stay with us. Forget those overwhelming, ineffective seminars, a 2-day fire hose of theory. Here's the problem with traditional seminars. Your novice salespeople, overwhelmed. Your veterans, bored. 90% of the content, forgotten within 30 days. Only 2% ever applied. Meanwhile, the real selling suffers. It's time to embrace a structured, proven system, one that builds true mastery. At Excellence Quest, your sales staff enroll in our Sales Training University. Think of it as higher education for sales, delivered in weekly, bite-sized lessons. Chapter by chapter, skill by skill, all on their own time. It's consistent, measured learning, designed to fit into their real-world sales schedule.
Because you always have to train your salespeople.
I think it is a good company. I think that the programs are very good. We've done lots of training before in our company through some of the great sales trainers of the world, Zig Ziglar and Dennis Waitley and Tommy Hopkins and some of those people. And this program with the sales coaching follows a lot of those same principles that seem to help the salespeople to do better.
Our solution? Before we thrust anyone into training, we determine exactly what each salesperson needs most. Because when training is tailored, every lesson hits home. Every hour counts. Let's back up a minute. It's been said that prescription without diagnosis is malpractice, and prescribing a generic 2-day seminar to your entire sales staff? That, my friend, is business malpractice. The very first step in the Excellence Quest sales coaching program is diagnosis. Your sales coach will conduct a sales assessment with each individual salesperson. Why? Because each person's strengths, challenges, and blind spots are different. That sales assessment produces a report that allows your sales coach to prescribe a tailored sales training path for each team member, one that actually addresses their specific needs. While one seasoned rep may be struggling with time management and follow-through, another may be losing the prospect's interest within the first 2 minutes of her presentation, and yet another may not believe in your pricing, subconsciously sabotaging his own sales. It's not one size fits all. It's sales training done right.
That's what I really enjoyed about the whole program. The coaching sessions to me were more valuable than anything else because they were able to sit down with me and assess my weaknesses as well as my strengths, and then help me.
In reality, regarding time management, when I actually sat down and looked at how productive I was during the day, I thought I was working hard, but in reality, I was about 50% capacity.
Second order of business, the sales diagnostic. Most salespeople unknowingly sell themselves short. Month after month, they coast along with just enough income to cover their bills, believing they've hit their ceiling. But here's the truth. That ceiling is often a self-imposed limit. In addition to the sales assessment, which reveals each salesperson's strengths and weaknesses, the sales diagnostic goes deeper. It reveals an accurate picture of what is truly humanly possible.
Probably the biggest thing that I learned from the program is how to motivate myself, how to figure out what I want and go out and get what I want. So I learned how to set a goal that was a realistic goal, something that I could actually know I could hit.
Using proprietary Excellence Quest software, your sales coach calculates the precise sales volume each person can realistically achieve. This is based on their current skill level, the specific product or service they sell, their market territory, and other key data points unique to your business. It's not just a guess. It's data-driven, practical, and personalized, showing each salesperson what they're truly capable of bringing in each month when properly trained and coached.
One of the other salesmen had started taking the Excellence Quest classes, was working with the coach, and I could see a tremendous difference in him. After the first month and a half or so, I was hitting 200% above my goal. After a few months, was a little over 250%. So I'd more than doubled what I was doing. My average, I think, after the end of coaching that we went through, 400%.
The Excellence Quest program has really helped me increase my sales.
Many entrepreneurs start their business without having had any sales experience, and then realize they're not just in business, they are a salesperson. And they need to know how to sell.
At that point, I went to a seminar, and I started getting excited about the sales coaching for myself.
Business owners see the result of what we've done with their salespeople, and they say, yeah, I want some of that. Can I have some of that?
My sales coach talked about the importance of courting your customer, and at that time we had a new, fairly large company moving into our area, and so I used this to obtain entrance, if you will, into this large customer's facility, and as a result, I've enjoyed some wonderful business that's developed.
Since we coach the business owner as an executive coach on helping them run the business, we do spend quite a bit of time talking about sales because some of them are still selling on their own along with some of their salespeople.
After about 3 or 4 months of the sales coaching, we doubled our sales activity. And I personally, through my own productivity, paid for the whole coaching program within 3 months of starting the program.
It has gained repeat business and growing business.
Third order of business. The company diagnostic. Before launching any aggressive growth plan, we need to answer a critical question.
Well, actually, when
Can
I
your
first
company
heard about
handle
it, I
the
was
growth
quite
your sales
excited
team
about
is
it,
about to generate?
About the coaching program.
Too often, sales start climbing, only for momentum to collapse when the company can't deliver. Not enough inventory, not enough employees, not enough equipment, and suddenly, morale plummets. Your sales coach will work with you each week, delivering accurate sales forecasts so you can scale responsibly. You'll know what's coming, and you'll be prepared. No more guessing, no more disappointment from overstocking or scrambling to fulfill promises. A company diagnostic lays out your growth capacity and outlines what will be needed to support expansion, whether it's increased personnel, updated equipment, or larger inventory. You'll move forward with measured, intelligent growth.
Every week, the sales coach would meet with me, the business owner, and would give me an update as to their progress.
The personalized help that is received from a salesperson having a personal coach is a value, I think, where someone sits down and calls them on the carpet and says, okay, what did you do this week? It's that return and report principle, which I think is of value.
Fourth order of business. The business evaluation. At the initial launch of the Excellence Quest program, your business executive coach performs a full evaluation of your company. This includes market research, pricing of your products and services, internal efficiencies from order to delivery, your compensation plan, and other essential factors, because let's face it, some compensation plans thwart ambition, while others leave your salespeople wondering if there's any light at the end of the tunnel. Just like each salesperson gets assessed, your business structure must also be fine-tuned. We evaluate whether your systems, support staff, and fulfillment process are ready to fuel, not frustrate, a surge in sales. Before launching into an aggressive growth plan, we ensure your company is structured like a well-oiled machine, built to scale without breakdown. Look at some of the greatest business leaders of our time. Steve Jobs transformed Apple into one of the world's most influential companies. Bill Gates built Microsoft into a technology giant. Warren Buffett created one of the most successful investment companies in history. Although their businesses were different, they shared something in common. None of them reached elite levels alone. Warren Buffett has often credited his mentor, Benjamin Graham, for shaping the investment principles that built his success. Bill Gates has long advocated coaching, saying that everyone needs a coach to reveal blind spots, provide honest feedback, and help them improve. Because the truth is, the more you learn, the more you earn. And the faster you surround yourself with the right guidance, the faster you move toward exceptional results. You may even discover that although you have built a successful business with minimal sales skills, you too could benefit in improving your own sales skills and marketing skills. Not only will your salespeople begin achieving higher levels of success, but as your business executive coach will also assist you to become a stronger, more effective entrepreneur, helping you avoid many of the costly mistakes that hold small businesses back from real growth. Now, you may be thinking, I can't afford to hire a business executive coach, but here's the surprising part. Because you've hired an Excellence Quest sales coach for far less than the true cost of a traditional sales manager, you receive all of this executive-level guidance as part of the program. And by the end of this presentation, you may discover something even more important. You can't afford not to hire an Excellence Quest sales coach. Let's get back to the training. From the sales assessments to the sales diagnostic, the company diagnostic, and the business evaluation, your sales coach will now craft a precise blueprint for each salesperson, the EQ Growth Map, their custom track to sales excellence, grounded in data, built for calculated results. Your company is now positioned at the launch pad, ready to execute an accelerated sales velocity blueprint. Each launch is calculated over a 12-month timeline.
They have a lot of sales courses that come in and they motivate you. In a very short period of time, you go to one sales seminar. When you come out, you think you're going to sell the whole world. About a week, it starts to wear off, and about a month, you've forgotten what it was that they taught you in that course because there's no follow-up to that training. With Excellence Quest, it keeps repeating, keeps motivating, gets you up until it becomes a level of repetition involved with you. It's part of your daily life.
Each salesperson receives specific assignments from the Excellence Quest Sales Training University based on their individualized EQ growth map. Now, here's our commitment to you. A projected sales volume will be established for each salesperson over the next 12 months, and that volume always exceeds the investment in